Hi, this is Michael Brennan with TTR Sotheby's International Realty. Today I'm coming from the four-wheel drive section of Nags Head, North Carolina. And I'd like to speak with you about some incredible things I've been seeing in the lending environment out there with lots of clients I've been working with recently. So come on with me, let's take a ride. To the beach. Let's talk a little lending. Recently I've had 3 different transactions that have absolutely stunned me as far as the lending environment out there. There was one transaction south of M Street at a very well-known condo building in Georgetown. I listed the property and we had 2 different lenders reject this purchaser at the last minute based on not her credit but rather the building. Both national lenders. And the seller still wanted to sell, and the buyer still wanted to buy. So we decided to do something a little different. We decided to head out to a local lender. This one was with George Mason Mortgage. And the difference between a national lender and a local lender in this case made the deal. In fact, it was closed in 11 days once we worked with this local lender. Even better than that, this person actually got a better rate and at the end of the day made their way into the condo, the property of their choice. Both buyer and seller were very happy with the transaction. But I guess the rule of the thumb with this one is, it is so important today, more than ever, to interview your lenders very carefully. Work with your agent to know what is going to be the proper match for your purchase. I had another one just recently in Georgetown, Upper East Village. A couple wanted to buy this property. We pulled a little different strategy. We actually made 2 full applications with lenders. One local lender and one national lender. One we knew without question they would qualify for it and they'd be able to get in the house if they wanted to. One was a little more borderline as far as credit goes. This person was 1099, made a lot of income, but with 1099, some lenders, those that are not straight up W-2s, that give some lenders pause in this market. And in this case, we didn't make a decision on which lender we were going with until the day before closing. And at the end of the day, in this case, I found this pretty extreme. The difference between the lender A and lender B was $17,000 for the first year. Much, much more than that, of course, over the years. But the bottom line is, the lender of choice came through in the end, and I had never done this strategy before, but it actually worked incredibly well because, again, the clients got into the house that they wanted, and they saved a fortune by checking out and going through the entire process, application process, with 2 different lenders. So more than anything, if I can impress upon you right now, is if you're going to refi, if you're going to buy a property right now, work with your agent, interview multiple lenders, understand the difference between a local lender such as George Mason Mortgage or First Savings or Potomac Mortgage Group compared to the standards Bank of America, Wells Fargo, PNC. They can be very, very different as far as their underwriting goes. So interview them carefully, work with your agent, and make sure that you realize that picking your lender is absolutely critical. If you have any questions about anything I've said today, or if you know of anybody that needs help with real estate, don't hesitate to get in touch. Again, it's Michael Brennan with TTR Sotheby's International Realty, coming from you from Nags Head, North Carolina. Otherwise, thanks for checking out my video blog, and I look forward to seeing you back in here real soon.